theme music, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Why don't you?
The best thing, I didn't choose it.
All right, cool. Yeah, for sure. Well,
Hi there.
How you guys doing?
Welcome to Talking Food. This is the famous Isaac. He's usually back there behind the camera. He went through the culinary program. He's a great cook. And today, Isaac,
I'm going to be making a black-eyed pea burger.
This is completely different and out of my element. So the challenge was to make a veggie burger. He knows one, I don't. Therefore, today, he drives, I push.
That's right. I appreciate you letting me do it.
So tell me, what are the basic ingredients?
Well, the basic ingredients is, you ever heard of, I know you know what Hoppin' John is, but for the people at home that don't know what Hoppin' John is, could you tell people what Hoppin' John is? The dish?
John?
Sort of, but like the dish, you know.
Oh, okay. It's basically seasoned black-eyed peas with a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this is right here. This is not, let's get this out of the way before we really start, this is not a burger, okay? And it's not really trying to be a hamburger, okay? This is kind of its own thing. It's delicious, don't get me wrong. But I personally have never been into things trying to be other things like tofurkey or fake it or anything like that.
This is a veggie patty that we're gonna put between two buttery rolls.
Yes, exactly. And you can't really go wrong. So let's go ahead and start. Of course, we got our black-eyed peas right here.
Already cooked?
Already cooked.
Are they salted?
They are a little salted, yes. So we have to kind of watch our salt intake on this. So we're going to put these right into the...
so ladies and gentlemen, this what we have here is a RoboCube. This is a commercial grade food processor that we have here in the kitchen. Most of the times you guys will have something like this, either with the Oster blender or one of those. But this is what we have here. And I got you, man.
Oh, thank you. I know. I was the student. Now he's my like a little apprentice. It's amazing.
It's okay.
Okay, so now what we're going to put in.
So basically, we're going to puree the beans and we're going to add seasonings to it to make it into patty.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
But you know what happens when you blend the beans up? They get turn
creamy.
into like get all
They
creamy.
release the water, natural water. So we need to use something to tighten it up.
Exactly. And for this one, good old healthy quinoa is going to help us out on this. You can go with flour. I've even used wheat gluten. Believe it or not, gluten is not the devil unless you're allergic to it.
Gluten is not the devil?
Gluten is not the devil. No,
gluten is not the devil, people. It's actually good stuff.
So we're actually going to put this in right there.
So that's about a cup of quinoa?
It's about a cup of quinoa.
Oh, we're going to put the recipe on the links. Don't worry about it. It's going to be there. But that's cooked quinoa. And then what else do you need?
Then we're going to use what I like to use as an egg replacer. So you know what aquafaba is, Chef?
No, sir. This is complete new territory for me.
Okay, a lot of people don't know what aquafaba is. Now, aquafaba is basically just a fancy name for the juice that come from chickpeas. Okay, so you drain these suckers right here, and basically the juice that they're cooked in have elements of the chickpeas in there. It's nice and creamy, kind of a proteinous, gelatinous looking thing.
So in Spain we used to use chickpeas when we used to make stock, and overnight we will throw a handful of chickpeas so they can release their own the gelatinous matter, so it help you thicken things.
Yeah. So in the vegan world, it's kind of the workhorse. So we try to incorporate that into there. So what we're going to do, this is just ground flaxseed, okay? So you can find this in most any grocery store. We're going to put about a tablespoon of that to about 3 tablespoons of this this aquafaba right now. When you mix it together, it's actually going to be really nice, and it's going to. We're going to use a spoon just because whatever.
So if you leave this one ahead, it will soak up the all the elements of the flaxseed.
Yes, sir. And let's use a little bit more flaxseed. I know it looks gross, but I promise you, sometimes I like to put a little mustard in there just for give kind of the acid in there. And it also makes it look a little bit more like eggs instead of kind of like the brown liquid.
The good thing is he has tried this already, so it might look gross, but it tastes good.
Yes. And this is kind of a recipe. It's kind of like making crab cakes or something like that, where it's you got to really play around with the. Thank you, Chef.
I got you. Don't worry.
You got to really play around with the ratio because if the ratio is a little bit too wet, then you're gonna see them fall all to pieces and like make it mushy. But if you make them too dry, then they're gonna be a big old dry mess. So
okay.
So
you can always adjust the consistency.
yeah, you can always adjust the consistency. We're going to adjust the consistency after we mix them and everything. So this is also going to the main thing that binds us up. So along with the eggs in most things, you need to have
Don't say eggs because we don't have eggs there. It might confuse people. The egg substitute.
The egg substitute. So you can use flour. I'm using garbanzo bean flour. For the same reason I'm using Aquafaba, because it's got that nice kind of creaminess to it, and it's also got that, you know, elasticity and kind of gelatinous kind of thing that goes to it. And it's just delicious to put in there. So we're gonna eyeball it. It's usually about a half a cup to start. Half a cup of this.
So half a cup to start, you're gonna process it, and then you're gonna judge to see if you need to add more to make it a little bit thicker.
Yeah, chef.
Okay, any seasonings in there?
Yes, we got a little bit, I believe it's some paprika right here.
Oh,
Really nice.
smoked paprika or regular paprika?
Just regular paprika.
Okay.
You can use smoked paprika if you want. This is what I usually use. I believe we have a little bit of dried mustard. You can also use wet mustard. I'm just using the dried mustard.
But if you use the wet mustard, then you bring in more moisture in there. So we want to use the ground mustard. It's always easier to add moisture than to take out moisture.
Exactly.
Just like salt, it's easier to add salt than when something is really salty to take it out.
And we got garlic, but we're going to crush the garlic after we chop these vegetables. So these vegetables are going to be adding into it also. It's going to add to the consistency and the texture of this, and it's also going to really make it a lot healthier and a lot more nutritious. So there's just a carrot. I believe I have a carrot peeler somewhere around. So you mind if I just peel right here on the?
You're going to peel right here. I have a clean cutting board right there for you.
Awesome. So we're just going to peel this. I already peeled the other side because I was not very patient.
And I'm not doing anything. I like this show.
It's very nice. It feels so different. I know. I'm used to you yelling at me in here, and now you're being very nice. No, I'm just kidding. He never yells. So we're just going to put those right there.
Just leave it right there. I have a clean cutting board for you back
Chef.
there. So this is your prep cutting board, and then once they're ready, when we pat them and we need to do whatever we do.
Now I'm not being super, precise with this because they're going to get chopped in here. Just kind of a rough chop. If you
So
need
you're giving
to.
it a rough chop, so once you put it inside of the food processor, it's going to be easier for the whole bowl to chop it up, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
now, would you do cooked carrots or raw carrots?
I would do raw carrots because the cooked carrots, again, it's going to be incorporating a little bit more moisture in there. We don't really want it super moist and everything. Then you're going to have to add more flour in there, and then you have the, possibility of making this a big old dry mess. So
awesome.
I'm just going to remove that. Going to chop this up a little bit. Again, it doesn't have to be, culinary
super fine.
perfect. Yeah, it doesn't have to be super fine.
It's chopped. You don't want to spend your time doing a medium dice or a fine dice. It's going to go into the RoboCup anyhow. It's going to be processed.
We're going to put those in there. So I think that's enough carrots in there, so I don't think we're even going to use the other
Hey, you're
half.
the expert on this one. You tell me what goes in there. I'm learning.
Heard. So
You never stop learning, ladies and gentlemen.
next, we will be using, clean your cutting board off a little bit. Right there. There you go. Always keep cleaning the kitchen, guys. It's always really, really important. And this guy will yell at you if you don't. No,
What's up with the yelling?
I don't know, man. I'm picking on you, man. All those years. No.
Come on, man, faster.
Fast. Yeah, there you go. Now I feel like I'm in class. No. So next we got these green onions. So these are gonna.
So trim the ends if they're like a little bit bruised up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to pick.
Do you
through some
use
of
the
ones that are
whites
bad.
or the greens or the whole thing?
You can use the whole thing up to
Okay, good.
the bottom of it. I'm just trying to find ones that are not as big to kind of line them up a little bit. So,
So meanwhile,
a little bit more
setting
consistent.
here a saute pan and we have a cast iron grill flat top. I want to see which one will yield better results in our fry.
Exactly. Yeah, the cast iron is definitely going to give it a nice crust and everything.
Cast iron is magical.
Oh, cast iron's amazing. So we're just going to chop these. Again, it doesn't have to be super precise, but
Meanwhile, I'm supervising the cuts we taught you here.
how am I doing? I'm not going for perfection here. So.
We're doing good. And you're not going to perfection because
We're going to get to chop it in here. So I
into
mean,
the RoboCup.
exactly. So hey, and if you make stock at home, you can save these for stock. So
Not
something
today.
right there you go. Just going to put those right in here.
Alrighty.
Now next, everyone likes onions. I hope they like onions because onions are great.
If you don't like onions, you can always don't add the onions.
Exactly. So we're just gonna dice this. If you watched Chef Carlo's show before, you know how to dice. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm actually gonna bring this to the edge so I don't hurt myself right now.
There you go. And if you actually want to reach on YouTube, NCC Culinary, We have a lot of culinary videos there that we produce for you guys free, and we have fun making for you guys so you can have an idea how to poach and make velouté sauces and bechamels, and the very, very famous video of broccoli that has 100-something thousand views. I don't know, something like that.
I don't know if it's that much, but I mean, it's pretty close. I mean, so.
The last one we thought it was gonna work.
It's very good. So I think that's about half an onion would probably do it for this recipe.
Okay, that's a big onion too. It's
Yeah,
not
so
your
I'm probably
regular.
not even going to use all of that.
That's not your regular like supermarket onion.
No.
This is the ones that we get here at the restaurant.
Most of the Southerners are like, that's
they're,
sleek as
they're
an
really
onion.
big.
You know why? So I guess we're going to go ahead and put this in the scrap pile.
That's getting big.
It's getting pretty big, yeah.
Okay,
You know,
good.
This
Let's go.
makes about 12 patties, you know.
Whole patties. Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to put these.
Yeah, just put over there. You can leave it on the board because then I'll take the board back here.
Or that.
I got a clean board for shaping.
So you got this last one, so we're going to clean the board up just a little bit more. Green pepper. We're going to use about half of that. So, cutting the green pepper. I'm clean the knife off too. Guys, can be clean. Okay, so just going to cut this in half. Now you've been over how to cut green bell peppers, right, Chef?
A couple of times.
Yeah. So you can do it granny style, I believe you said, which is like you just leave the greens in like that. Me personally, I like taking the green stuff out, the white stuff out.
Hey man, you're driving. You do whatever you want.
Okay, so we're going to take this.
You-
Kind of
you-
just drive it like that.
You're driving. Whatever
There you
you
go.
want, we'll do.
Maybe a little bit too much right there, but just kind of taking the white stuff out. I think the white stuff adds to the bitterness of the pepper, so we don't want too much of that. So
Just be careful with your fingers when you do this.
absolutely, they're slick. So I'm just going to chop that. Again, doesn't have to be super precise. I'm just, chopping them up how I feel.
Now for the veggie patties, are we going to use bread?
Actually, the cigar bean soybean flour actually does it for us, and the quinoa is going to hold it together, along with the
Sorry,
aquafaba.
are we going to put it in a bun?
Oh, we're going to put it in the bun? We can. I like
okay,
having
good.
them by myself. I just buy themselves with some sauce.
Oh, by itself.
I sing that every Saturday night, because it's true.
No, I can't believe it. I deny to believe that.
Okay,
So we can put it in a bun, right?
yeah, you put it in a bun. You can have it by yourself. Like it's like the taco. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it, and it's really nice. It's really versatile the way you can do it. So I think this is the last thing that we really got to put in here, and of course salt and pepper. Just gonna chop it up. It's getting kind of messy. It's fun in here. So right now, putting those in, and last but not least, a little bit of cilantro. Cilantro is going to add to the flavor of this, really the freshness. So, try to pick a few leaves off. Some of the stems are really nice too. Oh, I thought you were getting a knife to stab me. I was kind of scared for a second.
No.
Thought the taco comment got to you for a second.
I have something even better than that.
Okay. I'm really excited to see it. So, I'd say about half a cup of cilantro to start out with. And just
Because we can not only bring to you buns, these are brioche buns.
Ooh!
Loaded with butter.
A little salt. Just a little bit because it's already salted. And just a tad bit of pepper. And now we're going to blend it up.
Alrighty, so you're done with this thing?
We are done with those.
Awesome, man. Here. Hey, what about the garlic? Hold on.
Oh, almost forgot the garlic.
No, you gotta put garlic.
Okay.
Gotta keep those vampires away.
Exactly. So we're going to use these 2 cloves right here. And I think you've gone over this before, but we're going to make a paste out of this. So we're just going to put a little bit of salt on top. You're going to get your knife, the back of the knife, and bear down just like that. Take the green peppers off, of course. It's all going to the same place, guys. So cut them up a little bit.
Let's keep it like that. It's all going to the same place, so we'll let it slide today.
Exactly. They count off on your test if you do that, students. Please don't do that. So we're just going to crush this a little bit more. It's kind of a process. Just kind of mash it with the back of your hand. You don't have to really bear down or anything like that super bad, but you can just crush it, and the liquid's going to come out because the salt's drawing it out. And it's going to make it this
So it
nice.
makes it easier to turn it into paste.
Exactly. It's going to make a nice smooth paste. You can see how liquidy that is right now.
Awesome. And we're gonna also add soy sauce in there.
Just a little bit. If you can find vegan Worcestershire sauce, that'd be pretty great.
Soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce, So a little bit more.
I like soy sauce better.
Really? The Worcestershire sauce kind of adds a meatiness to me. I don't know. They're kind of the
Well,
same
you know
thing.
what? Yes, you're right, because the Worcestershire, I call it W sauce.
Just call it W sauce, man.
It has that umami qualities in it, and it's gonna bring out more of a beefy flavor. Now, what about putting mushrooms in there?
Mushrooms, and yeah.
Like sauté mushrooms, shiitake, cooked, so we can draw the water out, that'll add a little bit of more meatiness in there.
Yeah, exactly. You can add, it really adds a good amount of meatiness to it.
Okay, you're done with this thing?
I'm done with this thing.
I got
yes,
you.
chef.
Okay, so you can even bring your machine in front.
Exactly. So we're not gonna pulse it too much. I believe I got this on there right. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Lid's backwards. Sorry. There we go. So just a little bit. Just a little bit. Awesome. So looks like we needed just a little bit more aquafaba. So I believe that's right over there. Gonna add that in there.
So what we're looking for is it's a nice consistency. It cannot be too dry, cannot be too loose. So I could compare it to meatloaf. As the meatloaf, as you mix in it, that's the consistency that this have to have. And we're gonna show you in a moment. Once it's ready, it's gonna pull it out, and we're gonna make a couple of. It's gonna shape it and put in there so you guys can see it.
Okay. So it's kind of how it should be. It's a little bit moist now. That I might add a little bit too much garbanzo. I mean, not garbanzo juice. There you go. We just add some more of that.
Okay,
So
put it back in there if you want to.
yeah,
Hey,
I was just going to put it in that mixing bowl and add it in there in my hands. There you go. Switch your gloves, guys. So, right now, we're going to just change your gloves, put it in here.
He's got it. The man has a system.
Yep. And it's just it's something you got to play around with. It's nothing really like set in stone. And right after this, we're gonna put them right on the eye and start cooking them. And then we're gonna make mayonnaise out of Aquafaba,
What?
which is
A what?
yeah, I know exactly a plant-based mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, plant-based mayonnaise. Wow.
Kind of crazy, right? You
I
wouldn't think
want to
of that.
learn that because this is completely all new grounds to me.
So we're just gonna.
There you go. Rubber spatula. Give me the bowl once you're ready, so you can get the blade. We'll help you.
There we go. Just put it in there.
Alrighty, so you got it all out of there. If you want to show it like this, the consistency of it, it's gonna be. Now, do we try it now to see if we're good on salt?
Oh
or-
yeah, we were gonna. I usually cook a little bit on the eye and see how it tastes when it's cooked like that.
Well, since it has no raw eggs, we can just taste it as is.
Exactly. Yeah, I usually I taste it on the stove, but it's raw's fine. So just mix it up right now. Believe these will be pretty good. Just mix that with my hands. Oh, go ahead and put them in just a little bit. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes,
keep
chef.
in mind they're already salted and everything, so we don't want to put too much.
Yeah,
Just a
Isaac
little.
really pays attention on salt content.
Salt's bad for you in big quantities, man. Pretty much anything is though.
Well, salt is good, but not too much salt. Example, I run a lot, and you want to
Little
have
bit.
something salty after you go running, so help you save some fluids. But too much salt also really holds back your fluids, and it's being related to cardiac
Heart disease.
Heart disease. I mean, salt is good, not too much.
Just a little bit more. So I'm adding about a cup more of this,
Okay.
just because we added a good amount of aquafaba. Oh,
Don't worry, we'll clean it.
good. All right. So looks like we're getting a pretty good texture. It's kind of coming across the side of the bowls like this. A little more. Who's watching? Everyone's watching. Just like that. And I think that's pretty good.
So before we cook it, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a half a sheet pan, and I'm gonna put a little bit of oil on the bottom. That way, once he's got the patties ready, he's gonna put them there and they won't stick to it. And then we'll go ahead and we cook them.
Exactly. So, there we go. Why don't we try it raw? See how that tastes.
It shouldn't be bad, and it should be safe because we have no raw eggs in there.
No, there's nothing you can't eat raw in here. So, there we go. Grab a spoon. Taste. I'm gonna go a little bit more salt on that. So, my clean hand. A little bit more.
So usually when you eat this, you just eat by itself. Do you accompany with rice or pasta?
Sometimes I like it by itself, man. I really like the way it tastes by itself. So,
well, one thing we need to remember is once you put together a legume and a grain, let's say rice and this guys, you're actually creating protein. When you put together rice and beans, you create 21 of the basic amino acids, then that's linked to protein.
exactly.
That's
So
why in
like
South America they eat a lot of rice and beans, because they're good for you and they're pure protein.
you're getting a complete meal here, basically. So you're getting the protein from
Look at
the
that.
beans. Yeah, they actually came together really nicely.
Now those are about 4-ounce patties.
Somewhere around that, from 4 to 6. You know, trying to get them consistent without a scale.
So let's say the 4 ounce is the one that usually is best.
Yeah, you can go a little smaller with them, making like sliders. This is the size I usually make, so they can fit in buns or something like that if I
You
wanted
can
to.
fit in the buns. Yeah, we're gonna have those nice sized buns. So the good thing is when these guys cook, they don't shrink a lot like regular protein does.
Exactly. So
When I mean regular protein, I mean beef burgers.
Animal protein.
Animal protein, chicken.
So we're gonna go ahead and throw these on. Let's put 2 on the cast iron and 2 in the saute pan.
Okay, so cast iron, let me just move this so they can see what we have back here going on.
There you go. So now,
So I have my nice cast iron skillet here. Well, it's a flat skillet. I love it, one of my favorite. And we have also a saute pan. So,
let me get my gloves on. I had to switch them,
or you can use a spatula.
which is even better. Yep, let's go right now. So
Here,
we're-
make 2 more. Let's see. So I'm gonna start this too. On the cast
they're
iron
very
one.
sticky, so you gotta.
So one trick if it's very sticky, get your rubber spatula.
Yeah, you'd even rub these with like cornstarch or flour if you're willing to go there.
Actually, oil works like a charm. There you go. Nice and
You
sticky.
gotta be careful when you flip them too. So, there you go.
Okay, so we got those 2 going on the cast iron skillet.
And you want 2 more? You said, Chef? Or?
Sure, why not?
All right. Then we're gonna make the Aquafaba Mayo for this.
Well, this one cooks will make. I'm sure that we're gonna have some hungry bystanders, knowing that we have the show happening today.
I think they're a little biased against the veggie patties, but I think they'll like them when they try them.
I think this veggie patty is gonna be it's gonna make a couple of people a convert.
Okay. We got this one right now, Chef.
Put it right here. There you go, beautiful. Look at that cast iron, nothing sticks to it.
There you go.
When it's nicely cured, nothing sticks to it. It's my favorite. Now most of the things are cooked in here, so what we're looking is just to sear the patties.
Okay.
Thank you, excellent.
And real quick, I'm going to start the mayonnaise. So mayonnaise, as most of you know, is egg-based. So let's move the cutting board real fast. So what we're going to do the same recipe you would do for a mayonnaise, but we're going to use the aquafaba instead of the eggs. So just about 3 tablespoons of this aquafaba to about a cup and a half of oil. I believe we have some vinegar somewhere.
What do you need?
Yeah, there it is. Almost forgot where it was. Just a little bit of the vinegar.
Okay, this is amazing. He's gonna make a vegan mayo. Let me say again, vegan mayo. This is
I know
amazing.
it sounds nasty, but it's really good actually.
It doesn't sound nasty. It's amazing. I've never done anything like that.
So we're just going to cause an emulsion down here. Just slowly go up, and we're making that emulsion as we go up, see?
Wow.
And see, I'm going up a little bit. You hear the sound? It's kind of
So it's like sucking up air.
Yeah, it's kind of incorporating air into it. So
Look at that.
it's kind of cool, isn't it? You've never seen that, have you?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. I just want to, you guys check the texture of this.
Add a little salt.
I want you to look at the texture of this. This is mayo. This is,
That's mayonnaise.
That's really good.
I blew his mind, man.
You just did. This is just the water from the chickpeas and the oil.
Exactly. So
Amazing. Amazing. This is completely new territory for me.
So if you can bring me the cutting board back, I'm going to show you a sauce that you can actually make with
I'm
this.
not going to bring it back. I'm going to clean one. Not only that, a clean one coming to the right.
I know we're a little over time right now, but
We are.
just a little bit.
You're going to be fine.
Heard. So It's that bad, is it?
That's really good.
Okay, so we're gonna make a cilantro lime aioli. So we, just like it sounds, just gonna put it right here. Get your lime. I'm not wearing gloves. Probably need to put those on. It's okay, my hands are clean.
Your hands are clean. I saw you washing them, and we're not gonna use this to sell to the public, so we can skip.
Oh, look at the color on those, man.
Yeah.
It's actually turned out really, really well. Look at that.
If you check this out, we're giving a nice little sear in there. So those are the ones in the saute pan, and right now I'm gonna flip the ones that we have here.
Keep in mind, guys, just because it's plant-based doesn't mean it has to be bad. So, I mean, you can always make good things.
And that's why I wanted to do this, because I'm not 20 anymore.
I'm 22, so.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I will. I'm resetting the show last week. That was really funny.
It's gonna come a point in your life that you need to be eating a little bit less stuff and go healthier, like this.
So I'm going about a half a cup on this mayonnaise. We're just gonna make a small amount. Little garlic. Lime juice. It's been a long day, guys. And see, the three bases of flavors is salt, fat, and acid. So we're getting the saltiness from the salt, obviously, the fat from this mayonnaise. We're getting the acid from that lime juice. We're just gonna get a little bit of cilantro.
Do you want this to mix your stuff?
Please.
There you go.
Thank you. So we're just gonna chop that up. Let's say about 2 tablespoons, if you want.
Now, could have started with the ingredients for that inside of there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. All the stuff, the immersion blender is magic, guys. So.
Oh, but look at this. So you're just making a little bit so we can just do it right here. There you go.
Oh, cool. So a little bit of cilantro. And you could crush a garlic for that, but most people have garlic powder. Garlic powder works a little fine. Yep. Just a little bit.
And when you use garlic powder on some kind of mayonnaise like this, let it sit for a couple of hours, because that's dehydrated garlic. And if you let it sit for a couple of hours, it will suck in all the flavors.
There you go.
And actually be better tasting.
There you go. Let's give that a little taste. I think those veggie patties will be almost done. Not bad.
Wow. Wow, that
I was
is
going
really.
in for a fist bump. I gotta appreciate
That
this.
is really interesting.
In a good way, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I think a little bit more lime juice. I'm an acid man. I like the acid in there.
I was going to ask you. I would have hold back on the acid in there, but hey, he does this all the time. So
I like the cut in there. So I mean, it cuts through just a little bit. So when those come up, I'm just going to dollop a little bit on top. I believe they're about done.
I think they're done. And this is how they're going to look.
Oh, there you go. Not bad at all. Woo! I was so scared those were going to fall apart.
No, actually, look. They have a really good texture. They're springy. I need to tell you, Isaac, I'm really surprised.
Well, thank you.
I am really surprised about this. Look at that. What was that?
I don't. We're gonna leave past that.
Oh, okay.
Should I put a little aioli on top, Chef?
Why don't we do this? Why don't you make one for me? How are we doing with time?
We're over time, man, but it's good.
Okay, good. So, hold on.
Okay.
This is just bread. It's brioche.
Yes.
So what if we just put it in here with a little bit of oil?
Oh, you can even put the mayonnaise on there and get a caramelization.
Too late, man. I already put it in.
Heard that. Well, you can do that.
You should have stopped me a while ago.
I didn't even think about it, man. Well, for most of them, no, you can put mayonnaise on the bread and make a really nice caramelization crunch on there.
Now, no cheese?
No cheese. Man.
Okay, so you got your alioli. What else will you put in there to enhance the flavor? Just as is?
If you really do crave the taste of cheese, you can get a vegan cheese. Dia makes a pretty good one. But I personally am not a huge fan of the vegan cheeses. Way too oily. It's a lot of processed stuff that you probably don't want in your body. And I eat vegan mostly for health reasons, not so much for, taste reasons. But, you can still make things that taste awesome eating this way. So I usually just go nutritional yeast, which is just really nice cheesy flavors packed with B vitamins, and it's really, really nice.
No, let's into that. Okay, get a small appetizer plate. So basically, show me how you usually make it for yourself.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, you told me you don't take bread.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So for myself, I just like this. A little dollop of that on top.
That's it. That's simple, huh?
Yeah, I just like it like that. Sometimes I'll eat it with Texas Pete or something like that.
Texas Pete. Oh, hold on.
Might be actually good with this.
We have something better.
Oh,
Sriracha.
just a little bit on the,
It's your burger.
get a little fancy on us. So this is what we do in the
Ooh, you're
restaurants, guys.
He's going fancy. He's going presentation and everything.
There we go.
Okay, so
How do you want yours, chef?
butter bun. So I'm gonna keep it simple as this. The vegan mayo on both sides. Now I love cilantro.
Yeah, cilantro's good, man.
I
Does
just-
not taste like soap. I don't care what people say.
You know, there's a website dedicated to hating cilantro.
Those
There's
people
a-
are called communists.
There's a website dedicated for hating cilantro. I'm on to you.
Anti-freedom.
Hating cilantro? What does the herb do to you? Okay.
I know. The parsley, like a poor person? Like, no.
I will go like that. Now, sriracha is delicious. I mean, even by itself.
I love sriracha, so get the sweet. Oh, I closed it for you. Sorry about that.
Sabotage.
A little mustard on there too. Mustard, ketchup, and pickles are great on this too. Just standard, a little bit of lettuce.
Now, what kind of mustard?
I like a Dijon mustard.
A Dijon.
A Dijon.
A Dijon mustard.
Well, he's from close to there, so he
Le
can do that.
Frenchy mustard, le Dijon. Oh, close, not from there. Hey, there's the difference. That's
There
it,
we go.
le Dijon mustard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go, guys. Just to show you can make something really good that's
Ooh,
plant-based
look
and
at
really
this.
good
Now,
for you.
look at
Packed with protein, packed with some good whole carbohydrates and veggies. It's a complete meal right here, guys. You can make them any way you want. And this is just the way we're doing it. Feel free to make your own sauces. This is basically kind of like a mother sauce. It's not technically a mother sauce, but you can make so many other sauces with this mayonnaise.
Well, see, actually today I have my basic class and I was discussing with them. I taught them how to make mayonnaise today. I showed them how to make immersion blender mayonnaise. We have a video for that. And I showed them how to make just hand mayonnaise. And I taught them, like, listen, I believe mayonnaise is a mother sauce. Even though it's not mentioned in the Escoffier cookbooks, but you can make mayonnaise with anything you want and create smaller sauces out of it. So I believe, like you, mayonnaise is a mother sauce.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much.
Wait, what do you mean thank you
taste
much? We got time. Taste it.
Okay.
He said we're good with time. We're good with
Oh,
time.
look at that.
No,
You got
we're
it?
over. Oh, okay. Well, gonna be one of them long shows.
Not bad.
We'll put a little bit more salt.
A little bit. My salt, my palate's just a little bit different. So
A little bit more salt.
I don't eat as much salt in my regular diet. So
Actually, could have been nice to put the soy sauce in there. A little bit more.
a little bit more.
And then, now
I
let
dig
me
it.
try it with all of this together.
I think it's really nice, actually. So.
You want to try it? Or you don't
I
eat
don't
bread?
eat the white bread, so I appreciate it though. Pretty good, huh?
The Dijon mustard is salty itself, brings some saltiness, and of course the spice under the sriracha. But, sir, I'm really impressed.
Well,
thank you very much. That was really good.
I really appreciate you letting me have me on.
Sorry we went a little bit over time today, guys, but I really wanted to show you this. There's alternatives for it's not meat, people.
No, it's not. It's its own thing.
It's just different. Thank you, Isaac,
No
for
problem.
showing us this today.
Play around with
Thank
it.
you.
Do other things. You can use other legumes too.
We'll see you next week for more delicious stuff. I'm gonna finish this one.
Outro music.